Good evening, afternoon. Welcome to the Lifeboat. I'm going to be painting today. Let the sun set on your week. Let the weekend flood in, huh? It's going to be a good time. I painted this little ditty in my free time this morning. I intended to just make a background that we could work with, but I couldn't stop. I just kept painting. So we're going to do a whole fresh one, maybe do a long form episode. I don't know, but we're going to run with it. Put this aside. I tell you what, acrylic does dry pretty damn quick because I did that less than an hour ago. Maybe a little bit more than an hour ago. But I have another canvas ready right here. And you know, I don't know, maybe it's the time slot, maybe I'm psyching myself out, but I keep finding myself right before the art show, not really feeling like being social or talking or anything like that. So I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate your patience with my my talker. I don't know how much of a message I have today, other than we're going to paint this happy little scene. And I think, so I've done a yellow base. I've done a very dark blue base. So dark it might not even be considered blue. Maybe we'll do a light blue or like a light green base for this one. Jen Otney Hobbs, good evening, good afternoon. Hello, Captain. Just got back from a craft store run since I chose to play Yarn Chicken today. Heck yeah. I'm already realizing that I'm going to need more white very soon. I use a lot of white, I guess. What happened to Tommy? I haven't seen him in a while. Well, he goes live at least twice a day. Right now, I imagine he's getting ready for this evening show, and he just got done being live less than an hour ago as well. Lindsay Mansilla. So, have no fear, he's around. Maybe just look a little harder, huh? Miss Sunrise Dawn, good to see you. LRM, hello, hello. I am the Noise Opera Yarn Prepper. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I think I'm going to go. I can't decide between the blue and the green right now. So maybe we'll mix them together. Maybe we'll do a little 50-50, huh? But, and also for those of you that don't know, Tommy's my dad. And I also do, I guess, 2 shows a day now on the Lifeboat. My name is Michael, and it's my pleasure to meet you. Thank you for being here. Netta Wood Mullinix, hello, hello. And I think, I don't know if I've used this gigantic brush yet. Oh, I guess I have because it's got some blue crusted in it. But we're going to go ahead and use this to put our base down. Our happy little base, as the late, great Bob Ross would say. I've also learned that cleaning up after my acrylic painting is much easier once I let it dry all the way. Ooh, I do like what's happening here. Maybe a little more green. We'll see. I like that a lot, actually. It's going to be a weird base, but let's go with it. Long ago. Now you realize you'll never see me again. The worst is yet to come, my friend. But now I'm left to sing the song alone. Faster now to walk away. There's nothing left in my soul. I'm fading faster now. Got some yellow in there from somewhere. You roll with it. It's a happy little yellow. This is not the most exciting bit, but it's quick. I tell you what, I've also been paying attention, noticing, observing. You can see the brush strokes that you make when you do this kind of painting. And I think that's kind of nifty. I wonder if I can use that to my advantage. I wonder if I can incorporate that into, well, I mean, I guess it gets incorporated regardless, but I think that's a pretty nifty thing. You can see all my little strokes. And I'm going to leave them. I'm not going to try and smooth them out. The perfectionist side of my brain, I'm just going to tell it to be cool. Because those little lines are kind of cool. Whatever. It adds to the character of it. All right, so that's my darker than intended. Everything looks darker without good lighting. Green base. Now I definitely think some yellow or something's going to go on top of that. But there's also some colors that we haven't used at all. I'm going to mix up some purple, see how royal I can get it, and start with that. Wharton Fissel, what's going on, my man? Shannon Smith, hello, hello. Welcome in. Absolutely love to toss paint on stuff. That's what I'm talking about right there. Other Restrained, hello, hello. You can call me Spanx all the time. That's totally fine. That's what the nickname my dad gave me when I was a kid was Spanx Calhoun, and it stuck. TKK, good to see you. Welcome in. We've just started with a darker than intended green blue base. Always darker than intended. I'll get some better lighting in here. All right. What did I say? Purple? They're screaming next door. I can't tell if that's pleasure or pain. Ooh, I love it when blue and red come together, I tell you what. Oh, no! Okay, we're good. We saved it. Everything's so dark. I'm going to get the best lamp of all time, and it's going to come down from the top. I also want to get a stand. I put the camera in a slightly different place so you can kind of see what's going on better. But if the camera was elevated and I could just stick it like right there, I actually might have what I need. I just haven't busted it out. So there are ways to improve what we're doing here already. You know, and also I could be looking at chat while I'm mixing. That would be pretty intelligent. I let paint do its own thing, says Wharton Fissel. If I try to get particular, it screws up. You know, I'm noticing that. Slowly but surely. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this purple. It feels kind of dull. But I don't know. I guess a little bit of white might brighten it up. Maybe just lighten it up. I don't know what the difference is. Let's find out. The key is just getting a tiny bit in there. Ooh, see, look, that's the perfect amount. Sound effects make everything better. Tiny bit of white. Let's see what happens. Please be lighter. I want you contrastingly purple. I guess it's already a very cool base, so maybe we should come in with the hot colors. I don't know. I'm going to put a little bit more white in there. I did like what happened. I feel like the audio on my songs are not consistent song to song as well, which is frustrating to say the least. Especially when I'm trying to keep it under a certain volume, and that certain volume is like the lowest setting. All right, this purple is super dull, so I'm going to come back to it, I think. I'm going to put something hotter down, something brighter before we hit that. Or maybe, ooh, I shouldn't have done that. Maybe we can just make part of the base purple as well. He's so damn fine, though. Sipping on you like some fine wine, though. Let me hit rewind, though. Insert egotistical lyrics here. And we got a banger. All right. All right. I don't know what this is going to be, but it looks like a stormier night than our first painting, doesn't it? Let's go ahead and put some yellow on here or something, huh? Or maybe... Starlight Selenite, hello, Christy Anise. Is it acrylic or water paint? It's acrylic paint. This is acrylic. Thank you for asking. I'm glad I noticed. While I'm contemplating what to actually do with this base we've made, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys and see what's going on. Maybe you guys have some ideas we can run with. Usually my cat Sabrina comes to yell at your dad when he's on, and now she seems to be fascinated with you painting. That's really cute, Miss Sunrise Dawn, I have to say. That's got to be the cutest thing ever. Made it to art day. I live for now. Welcome in. Welcome aboard. Stoked you made it. Didn't set up the paint, so you're just braiding a bracelet. All right, other restrained. It's all solid. Whatever you want to do for art day is totally fine. And as this becomes a more regular thing, however you want to be creative, now's the time for it. Because the point of art day is to build, new hobbies together, right? To do novel things together. Because that's one of the biggest tools in our arsenal is, there's only a few tools. We've got the journal, we've got each other, and we've got service work, and we've got, things to distract our mind, hobbies, pastimes, passions, careers, So this is just one of the many things. Drawing some fire. Let's go. I wonder. I'm going to draw some fire too. Keep forgetting I have this thing here to wipe my wet stuff on. What am I doing? Mixing. I'm going to make a really light blue. Make the center of a weird flame. I don't know, maybe the center's not blue, but the top's blue. I'm going to make the center blue. I don't care. We're doing it. Put my baby out. All right. I was just lamenting how much paint the loss of all the paint that I mixed for this tiny little piece in my head silently. I was like, oh, it's a shame. I wish I could use this pretty color more. So maybe we'll come back to it and put it somewhere else. But I can't see how else to fit it in right now. And I don't know where the top of the flame is going to be yet because we haven't got there. So next, I'm going to go with some red. Maybe a couple shades of red. Maybe we should prep a couple shades. Red with a little bit of yellow. See what that looks like. Tell you what, it just looks like red to me. Is that gold on accident? Is that what just happened? No, it doesn't look shiny at all. Or glittery, I guess is the word I'm looking for. We can go with this. We'll lighten it up again. Just had some really cool ideas. I'm going to glaze the whole thing yellow so it looks like it's burning and glowing when I'm done making the shapes. I historically have tried to draw flames and failed miserably, or at least judged my attempt as failure. So this will be fun to look at it with new eyes. The same old poorly drawn flames. Let's again, I wonder if just a little bit of white is what we want. More yellow for sure. Just a drip drop of white. Let's put some more yellow in there. Let's see what that looks like. You can use wire brush, clean off paint, then spray paint table and chair for me, Mom. All right. I do like building things. This is more of like a drawing or imagining kind of craft, right? I do enjoy building, like using my hands to create something out of multiple pieces, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what makes that different, but I'm not entirely sure, but I like doing stuff like that a lot. Okay, this is definitely more of a burnt orange. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. These memories are very right. You matter. Erase humanity. Well, I'm getting a lot better at making it do what I want it to. Some yellow into the orange we just used. A little mixy mix. I need to get better at this balancing. Body illusion, good to see you. Kellyanne. Fancy running into you here, huh? I need to move my mouse so that I can read this. Okay. I'm glad you guys are getting into art day, dude, because I'm pretty friggin' into it. This is like the poorest. It's a poorly drawn flame. I don't care though. It's my flame. I really want that to dry so I can come back with some absolutely yellow and just like glaze the crap out of it. Maybe we'll make a really sharp, as sharp as possible, yellow line and then come back for the glazing. And we can actually use that yellow line. We'll put it on a thick. If we're quick enough, I bet you we can use that yellow line to start smearing and glazing properly. We'll see. We're gonna try it. I want this guy right here. How you feeling? Okay. It never turns out how I picture it in my head, but I think that's part of the fun, guys. I think that's part of the fun. We're gonna try and be just looks like a big multicolored turd to me. But hey, it's a happy little multicolored turd, you know? I feel like my second attempt at painting was better than my first, but my third might be a little more ambitious than it is good. But we're not done yet. Let's see. And this flame, it's actually not terrible. I just am a hater. I'm like a real big hater. I heart my haters, by the way. Thanks for the view and the comment. You know what I mean? Must be doing something right. Alrighty. It's customary to not put the TLB on there until we're done, but while I'm letting that dry, because I want to come back and do something that requires it to be a specific level of wetness, which is less wet than it is now, maybe we'll go ahead and TOB it, huh? We need 3 specific colors for that to do it properly. Boop. We need some white, we need some red, and some blue. Boop. Just putting paint everywhere today, guys. It's what we do on art day. I'm also going to start painting some Warhammer figurines. I'm going to go ahead and stream that as well, which I've never done anything like that either. So that'll be fun. I don't know if this brush is going to be worthwhile here. I feel like there's just a bunch of red paint dried in it. That's not bad. It's not good either. Acrylic's water soluble, right? It should just melt off, right? Am I wrong here? Maybe if it just gets super caked in there, it's not so good, huh? Hosting an open panel tonight for any who would like to join, says Miss Sunrise Dawn. No topic, just hanging out and blowing off steam. And there's a link. Yeah, guys. Make sure to support our ripples out there. Jeremy Fowler, good to see you. Scorpions announcement, like the band? Heck yeah, guys. I don't know if this is going to be terrible, but we're going to try it. Oh, I like this song. I wish I had more coffee, but I probably don't want to feel the way that more coffee will make me feel. I often find that I'm just trying to feel something. When I'm craving something or when I have thoughts like that, even though more caffeine is probably bad for me, right? It'll have negatively physical effects on me. I'm just trying to feel something. It's like a part of my DNA now. After all the time I spent running and gunning and using, there's this part of me that's always trying to feel a little something more. And that's a dangerous sentiment. That's like a dangerous urge, right? If I'm not aware of that, if I just kind of follow that mindlessly into wherever it leads, I'm going to find myself using again. I'm confident of that. So it's important to, at least in my mind, it's important to notice these things and take accountability as well, and try and steer the ship, so to speak, away from such things, right? I'm not going to go make more coffee just because I want to feel something, right? Because that is literally the only reason I want more. is that? For this life I cannot change. Life I cannot change. Sweet like candy cane. All right. Got the TLB on there. I'm going to go ahead. I don't think it's dry enough, but I'm going to do it anyways. And maybe something cool will happen. What I'm doing here is mixing water, dirty water, so it's kind of going to color it a little bit, but I'm just watering down some yellow. I feel like I can't really get it much waterier. Hopefully that's watery enough. Oh, the TLB's not dry yet. Okay, we'll come back to that. I got that T again from the LB, from the TLB. It's okay. I want to glaze that bottom piece, but it's just going to smear the letters up, so I'll wait. But once I smear it up, I think it's going to be good. I might do some extra special smearing to kind of give it some contrast, but that's a bummer. I got to wait for that thick TLB to dry. That's okay. What's going on, Russ? Welcome in. The Eternal Flame. That's right. Keeps on burning. What will I do with it after it's done? Asks Miss Sunrise Dawn. I don't know. I guess it could be a sticker. Christy Anise says, question, is this going to be a sticker? It could be. It definitely could be. Also, someone suggested that I auction them, something of that nature. I am open to all sorts of ideas. Ones that I really like, I'm going to keep. But I don't know if anyone missed it. I have these other two now as well. This one's not done. But this one's pretty friggin' done. I might outline the clouds a little bit so that they're, oops, sorry, there's two cameras. I might outline the clouds a little bit so it's not So blending in with the moon. And then this one's just so pretty. Although it's like one color palette, there's not a whole lot of contrast on this sucker, I'll tell you what. And the green is even really light. So maybe I'll come back and touch it up. I don't know. I feel like it's a finished product though. Theoretically, I could work on these things forever. I could just keep adding stuff and keep painting over and keep painting over. Yeah, TOB emojis, that would be really cool. I've been signing all of my work with the TOB. Maybe that'll change, I don't know. For now, it's the TLB. But yeah, guys. Hope everyone's weekend so far is going well for them. Good to see you, Scoob. I'm going to step away for a minute and hit my vape. Dry faster. I'm going to try and work around it because I'm impatient. Which one was I using? Stage diving at the nosebleeds. It's just that red is on there so thick with the tea. We can add it again. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care. All right. It's a lot messier than I wanted it to be. I wonder what happens if we do it more. All right, that TLB deserves to be redone. What is happening? Who cares? Who cares? All right. I like that. That's not bad at all. Although that red is way less prominent than it was the first time. Maybe we can get it to cooperate the second time here. That'll do. That'll do. I definitely am not satisfied with my glowing technique, but I'm sure I'll get better over time. It just kind of looks all smeared and rubbed together, but I guess that's kind of the point. I guess if I had done it with a certain panache, it might look like I wanted it to, but we can always do more. I'm still learning a lot about this. When I glazed, all of those colors blended together. And there's more dark pockets in the middle of the center sides, and instead of the corners like I wanted it, like it should look with a glow, right? So I think the way that I glazed it, as well as where I initially placed the color while glazing, had a lot to do with how it ended up. So next time, I'm going to continue to try effects like this because I would like to get good at them. I would like to be able to make a fire look like it's glowing, you know what I mean, without too much trouble. I'd like to be able to make a bunch of little candles, you know, as a detail later on. So to get a little glow effect down simply would be pretty cool. So I'm attached to that idea for sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call this one done as well. Thanks, Jeremy. I appreciate that. Gazing into fire, says Kellyanne, is mesmerizing, always shifting and changing yet comforting at the same time. Some of the best conversations happened around campfires or hearth. I have to agree with you. I could stare at fire forever. And you know, the element of fire is the creator and the destroyer. It is a symbol of change, of new beginnings, of the death of the old and the birth of the new. Creating dinner, Jane? I'm pretty hungry myself. I'm going to get some lunch here soon. Matrix Rabbit, what's going on? Painting is about layering color, darks to light. Word. Well, I did start with the dark, so, and then put some lighter stuff on top. We're getting there. We're getting better. Yeah, I don't have a ton to say today. I'm pretty drained, actually. I probably need to recharge my battery in some way today. That being said, I might go ahead and go do so, guys. I appreciate you joining me. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. I'll make sure to give my dad a shout this evening when the Admiral does his evening show. And be good to yourselves and be good to each other, all right? Captain Calhoun, this has been the art stream at the Lifeboat. Have a wonderful weekend, folks.